Okay, I'm going to send you a external hard drive that I've packed with these files. And I've tried to organize them to a degree, but you'll see there is a lot of material here. So, for instance, the 2D stuff is for floor plan work. And so here, AI floor plan art, that you open that one up, and it's just the black and white doors and refrigerators, sinks, dishwashers, toilets, sinks, things like that. And it's for creating the black and white floor plan art. And sorry, I should have had this open before, but I didn't. So as you can see, this is labels, etc., etc. So it's pretty straightforward. There's also in here, if you're going to be doing any color 2D floor plans, a whole bunch of rugs. And let's see here, go up to, here and here. Well, it's not going to help you. But anyways, they're just scans of Persian rugs that I have that are really cool when you use them. And I shouldn't have closed that. And there are some material in here for site plans. If you're doing large site plans, like a large area, this is something I use as a fill in, and it's huge. For asphalt, and it's roads, that kind of thing, and you can make them darker or lighter, whatever you want to do. There's grass also, grass black backgrounds that you can put in there. And then there's some various 2D art, interstate, like Interstate 95, Interstate 4, that type of thing. There's some Photoshop brushes. There's a lot of material in here like that for doing site plans. For instance, okay, here's one, palms. You've got a lot of palm trees that you can copy and paste, kind of thing. So that's a lot of the 2D stuff. And then there's a whole bunch of 3D modeled, there's a whole bunch of furniture. And I've started to I'm sorry, but over the years, you can see the dates on some of these things, 2006, they go way back. Stuff that I've been creating over the years, and I've just stuffed them in a folder, and I started to do this catalog, which is a bunch of JPEGs of what each one looks like, so you don't have to go in here and open up every single one at a time. So if it's something that you're interested in, the thing to do would be to go to not Photoshop, but Bridge. Download Bridge, and Bridge will give you a snapshot of all of these things in a folder. So it's really handy for you to figure out what's what. But there's a whole bunch of stuff in there, and there's Italian modern furniture, which is really good. If you want to do more of a contemporary space, there is model roofs. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not. I got this in the wrong place. But there's all kinds of vanities and pedestal sinks and toilets and models and boats and cars and all kinds of stuff. And we just go through it and look at it. Then there's textures, like this is stone, which is really handy. And these are all the various textures, stone textures. You can, I think this index is if you open this JPEG up, it shows you what each one looks like. And so you can identify them in here. But what you're going to want to do is to bring those into Form Z. I'll do a little video on showing you how to create a library of like stone, because it's handy. Stone is handy, brick is handy, things like that. And then you've got 3D painted. These are some things like that. Sometimes if you're doing a little rendering or something or other of an interior, some of these are handy. I've done them. I saved them because I'll bring them in Photoshop and then place them in. If I think ahead of time, I can place them in my little artwork and it adds a lot of detail real fast to something. Yeah, here you can see that's just a simple chair that I did. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. If it's handy, fine. If not, it's okay. These are those two, the basic lighting and colors. These are the ones that I told you about. I think you told me you already have them. And then there's one in here that's S-Tile. One of the things that I've always had difficulty with is when I'm doing a 3D model in it and it's got a barrel tile roof, and I've not yet seen an image map way of creating barrel tile on a roof that's convincing. It doesn't have the dimension. So in here you'll find a real handy barrel tile pieces, components for barrel tile. So there's a lot of stuff in here. Feel free to use it. It's when you're doing something, you shouldn't have to create a chair every single time you open up Form Z and you've got a chair in a space. So they're just assets, and you have a whole library of assets. And so please just build on what I'm giving you. And some of the stuff I've created, some of the stuff I've purchased, some of the stuff I've had models from 3D Studio Max, for instance, that I've redone because they don't convert quite all the way in Form Z. So anyway, it's going to be handy for you. So I'm sure you'll have a whole bunch of questions about things, but there you go. So that's it.